This video, we're going to be checking out the Mighty Jaxx Gold Life Series, the STGCC 2016 exclusives. Each of the figures stand at roughly 4.5, give or take 4.5 inches tall. They each come with their own trading card. A very thick card, I also might add, about the thickness of like a credit card, with a QR code on the back, Mighty Jaxx at the top. You got power cord down below, www.powercord.io/activate, and a code that you can use down below. And each one of them come with them. Some of them come with accessories as well. Each one of them kind of come with their own corresponding accessories. And the characters that make up the STGCC 2016 exclusives, here we have Raku Day, Raku Knight, and on the far end we have Soul Collector. And we'll look at these each individually. They are all kind of in that same color scheme, this kind of charcoal gray. It looks great on these pieces, especially when you've got the contrast of the bright white eyes against the backdrop of the sculpts. And the sculpts are quite nice on these pieces. Now here we have Raku Day. Comes with a little sword, slides into the sheath, and you can display the figure with that. Or another thing that comes with this release is a pair of the claws. And again, you can kind of just you don't even have to actually fit it through the fingers. As you can see, the tab points are on either end of the fists, so it's very easy actually to get them attached. Slides just into place. Now, despite the fact that there's very little paint to be made for these, primarily utilizing the charcoal gray, it's got some nice transitioning of the black here that starts at the bottom of the figure and works its way slightly about a quarter of the way up. Beautiful looking tail. Again, nice looking sculpts on these pieces. You can see the ropes around Raku Day, as well as a little rope on his belt. They have very mild posability. I'll get to that in a second. Nice sculpting there also on the little extensions out from the bandana or mask. But posability on all these figures, slightly limited. I mean, you're really only getting a ball joint, or not even so much a ball joint, more of like just a hinge joint. So you can rotate the heads there, and you can also rotate the arms. That's basically all you're really going to get for these pieces, but really what you're getting, though, in exchange is a beautiful looking sculpt. So there's Raku Day. Moving along, we have Raku Knight, which has roughly about the same sort of design for its outfit, other than the top. Top one is actually wearing the hat. We turn the figure around, also sporting a backpack, whereas Raku Day is not sporting the backpack. Now this one has a staff in hand, and it's actually, well, it's not quite a staff. It's the same katana slipped inside the sheath, but he's using it almost more so like a walking stick than he is a sword. Again, you've got that same sort of posability. This one seems to have a little bit more of that darker gray, dark black, kind of making its way up the figure. Again, beautiful looking sculpt on the tail. Even like the little tufts of hair and fur, I should say, are sculpted in there. The helmet is not removable, or the hat is not removable, but has some nice detailing here. Even like little fibers are sculpted in there as well. Very stark white eyes, again, making the piece pop amongst the charcoal gray. And then lastly, one of my favorites. In fact, I might even say this one is my favorite because I love skull stuff. I mean, that's probably something that regular viewers will know for this channel. I just love skull, anything skull related. So here we have Soul Collector, which has very similar aspects to the other two figures that we looked at. Again, more with the skull motif. It kind of reminds me of Dr. Wily's, like a Dr. Wily castle or headquarters. Love this sunken in eyes, how they've shaded that in the darker gray. And again, that dark gray black, starting at the bottom, working its way about halfway up. Comes with this giant kind of cleaver sword, which you can take out of the hand. There we go. And just really nice looking sculpt and edge to the the cleaver here. Some additional pieces, additional aspects to this one versus the other two is that this one has wings. Also has the one singular shoulder guard, which is over top there. Again, really like the sculpting here on the sash, on the belt that he's got. Again, you got the shoes there. The crossbones kind of still incorporated into the skull to give it the overall look that I like so much. And then you can go ahead and put the weapon into his hand. I did notice though that the weapons, especially like the katanas, are very fragile. Not fragile, but they do have a bend to them. Like even the handle here has a bend to them, so you have to be a little careful that you don't develop stress marks to the handle or really to the swords that we looked at already. Again, mild pivot on the head aspect, as well as you have the rotations back and forth on the arms. Other than that, they are staction pieces, but despite the fact that their articulation is limited, they really more than make up for it in beautiful looking sculpts. Specifically, this one here is my favorite of the lot. I'll put the information down below, so if you guys are interested in finding out more about Mighty Jaxx, the link will be down below. In the meantime, today we were looking at the Mighty Jaxx. This was the STGCC 2016 exclusives of the Gold Life. We're looking at Figure 1, Raku Day, Figure 2, Raku Knight, and Figure 3, Soul Collector. If you guys are fans of the Mighty Jaxx line, you can also head over to my Mighty Jaxx playlist, where you can have a look at some of the previous pieces that I've looked at on this channel. If you guys also haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that little subscribe button down below. You won't miss future videos coming onto the channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. See you next time.